TikTok. Somebody find my mans, send him an invite to the cookout. All right, pronto. All right, Big Emma, the big one, not the little one. My man be goddamn stepping on shit out here, man. He standing on business when it comes to crypto, for real. But check this one out.
News for you today, so don't miss it. We believe this was actually a firing. Everybody was reporting this as a resignation. Though the director was the one that was reported on, there was actually 3 people from the enforcement division that were let go or forced to resign, whatever you want to say. 3 different top-level lieutenants here. If you look at the list, here they are. The director of the Division of Enforcement, then the deputy director, and then also the chief counsel, all leaving at the same time. So
jurisdictional requests then.
Voluntary requests are just that. They're voluntary. They're an important part.
Again, sir, I'm not asking about the request now. I'm asking about the people you direct those to. There are some that would be within the SEC's jurisdiction. There are some that are not. My question is, and I think you've confirmed it, that you do industry sweeps to extra jurisdictional market participants, people you do not have enforcement authority over.
Market participants.
Are they within your jurisdiction and outside of your jurisdiction?
We're not limited by our jurisdiction. We follow the evidence wherever it leads and to whomever it leads.
I would say, sir,
Go after them.
So you do extra jurisdictional work. Some would argue that that's not appropriate. The SEC is hell-bent on expanding the size of its crypto enforcement division and using enforcement to unconstitutionally expand its jurisdiction. Under Chair Gensler, the SEC has become a power-hungry regulator, baiting companies to, quote, come in and talk to the commission, then hitting them with enforcement actions and discouraging good faith cooperation. Understand, sir, there is a new day coming. Thank you. I yield back.
So the time has come. Maybe there is a change getting ready to start to occur. If you look at this, was a clip that came from inside the SEC staff meeting. I want you to listen to this very closely.
And so I'm really looking forward to hearing what all of you have to say. You've put on thoughtful panels, made recommendations, topics ranging from complex products, ETFs, to crypto assets.
I'm glad that Commissioner Jackson is there too. If he's in the room there, I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks up in New York, Rob.
Next, we have Rob Jackson. So Rob is a professor at NYU School of Law. He is also a former SEC commissioner, and most importantly here, my former professor.
Not just bomb throwers, but serious people are thinking about whether the SEC has any authority to do what they've been doing. I don't think that the current structure is working very well. I don't like the idea that from a big picture, the SEC has somebody in Corp Fin determining whether something is an important social good and you're paying for it. I think that's a very ugly argument to make in the Fifth Circuit. When you just talk of the last 25 years, it depends who's in office, regulatory ping pong. But if the courts come in and give you a result you're not going to like, then there's no more regulatory ping pong, right? Now we're going to have a whole new structure, right? So I think the SEC has to be very careful about where they're going with this at the moment. And I think there's a lot of risk they're bearing. And I'm a little concerned about it.
I want to just throw out a policy idea, but one thing the SEC could do would be to encourage the kind of discussions that Bob just mentioned.
All right, so